All right, well, the reason why we do these inversions the way we do them is that if I take a C chord and I go to an F chord, I got to jump my hand, okay? Now, if you do an inversion with the F chord, the C, I keep my fifth finger here, and all I got to do is put my second finger down on the F, put my first finger on the A, and boom. I don't have to go very far. So, much easier than going where you have to jump, okay? And you can do a lot of chords that way. Here's A minor. But watch this. Take a C chord, raise my first finger to the A. There's A minor. Okay, so that's kind of what you're doing in this song. So the song starts out with an inverted C chord, if you remember correctly, right there. All right, you got the E, the G, and the C. All right, so you take your fifth finger, and I apologize for my shakiness, if you notice with the camera. Still kind of dealing with the effects of anesthesia, which has been bothering me for a couple days now. But anyways, you got a C chord, and you're just going to move the fifth finger up to the E, which means now the second note of the chord becomes G, first finger's here. That's how you start the song out, okay? You notice the next chord after that, everything goes up one note. The E goes up to the F, the G goes up to the A, and the middle C goes up to the D. Okay, so you're going from this in the beginning, up one note. Next chord after that, C chord. Then you do your inverted F chord. Second finger comes down, raise your first finger. All right? So after that, go back to a C chord. And then it's just a C chord again. D minor. Now remember, D major has an F sharp in it, so all you're going to do is go up one note. Now to go from D to G, it's like going from C to F. C to F is 4 notes. D to G is 4 notes. So do the same thing like you did with the F chord, with going to that inverted G chord. Just put your second finger down and raise your first finger, but stay on the D. And that is how you play the inverted G chord. And then if that's G, here's F. And that's the next chord. Okay? You're going to stay on that F chord again right there. Go back to the G chord. So when you're on F, go up one note, there's G. And then you just go back to C 2 times. Actually, I'm sorry, 3 times. And then you have the 7th note, which is basically you go to the 7th note of the scale, which is the B, and you lower it to the B flat. Okay? They don't want you to play the E, so all you're going to do is put your second finger down on the G, and you're going to raise your first finger, slide in to the B flat. Now, if you're going from the C7 to the F, all you got to do is come back out, bring your second finger back, and first finger back. And then to make it minor, here's F major, here's F minor. The third finger comes back. It's always how you make something minor. You just take the third finger and move it back a half step. Okay, so if you're right here on an F chord, all you gotta do is take your first finger and bring it back to the A flat. So slide in, just like that. And you notice here, you're back at a C chord. Then it goes back to an F chord. Now you're going to a D major chord. That's why it's capital D. Okay? So, D minor was this. D major, then, you raise the third a half step. And remember, your D scale had an F sharp in it. That's what makes it major. Okay? So when you're right here, you just got to put the F sharp in. And remember how you went from D minor to G? Well, D major to G is the same thing. Just put your second finger down, stay on that D, put your first finger up here, and you got it.